Hi guys, I hope you're having a great day. So I have several things I want to get to today. I have grocery pickup here in a few minutes, and I'm hoping the garden department's open so I can just run in the back and get a few bags of mulch because I have some flower beds that could definitely use a refresh. And then I am going to be taking down my Easter decor, and I want to make some new wreaths for the front and back door. And I have some really pretty florals that I found to use for that project. So that's what I'm working on in this video. Let's get started. I went to my grocery pickup and the garden department was open, so I went in the back real quick, purchased some mulch, and I ran across this really pretty tree that I really wanted. So I decided to see if it would fit in my car, and it did. And then I also purchased a few other things. So here are the other plants that I purchased. I purchased a 4-pack of dianthus, a heuchera, and it was called Carnival. I really like the color of this one. And then I also purchased a Sally Fun salvia. I planted this last year and really liked how it did in containers. And then also some petunias. And this is the flower bed I decided to work on first. It was really windy, and so this is the only one that I actually got to for the video because it looked like it was going to start storming at any minute. And so I just really like the look of a fresh layer of mulch in the spring. I just think it really amps up a flower bed, even if it's not exactly how you would like it to look. This one is definitely a work in progress, but I always like how they look after a fresh layer of mulch. It looked like it was going to start storming at any time, and we were supposed to get some rain this day, so I decided to go ahead, take a break on mulching my flower beds, and go inside and work on my new wreaths. So I purchased my wreath form as well as the flowers that I'm using for this wreath at Walmart. I absolutely loved this bunch of flowers. That hyacinth in there is actually what sold me on it. I just think it's so pretty, and it looks exactly like the ones that grew in my garden this spring. And I just love hyacinth, so I thought this would be really pretty for spring. So as you can see, I used wire cutters to take apart the bouquet of flowers so that I could use each one individually, and I just started placing them down one side of the wreath. These flowers just scream springtime to me. The lilies, the daffodils, the hyacinth. I think they're so pretty, and I definitely could have stopped there. But I also purchased these really pretty ranunculus, and I wanted to add in just a few of those as well. For my bow, I'm using some paddle wire and some buffalo check ribbon, and it's wired ribbon. I'm just making a simple 6-loop bow that I will add to my wreath form. And I do have a video where I explained in much better detail on how I make my bows, and I will have that linked in the description below if you'd like to check that out. So I'm going to add my buffalo check bow, and then I'm going to layer it with another ribbon. I found a really pretty yellow ribbon in the craft department at Walmart that has polka dots, and I thought that would be really fun layered with the buffalo check for this wreath. For the second bow, I'm making it the same way, except the polka dot print is only on one side of the ribbon, so I'm twisting it to keep the print on the outside of the bow each time that I gather it in the center. And then I will secure this bow in place using a piece of paddle wire and attach it to the wreath as well. And I think this is going to be so pretty on the door for spring. I am really happy with how this wreath turned out. I kind of went back and forth on adding in the ranunculus or not, but I'm glad I did because I'm really enjoying that bright pop of orange color, and I think it's going to look so pretty on our front door for this spring season. For the second wreath, I'm using a smaller wreath form, and the flowers that I purchased for this wreath are all from Dollar Tree. And I actually decided to start this wreath a little differently by adding the bow first. I had a bow already made out of buffalo check ribbon, so I'm going to place that on the bottom of the wreath with the paddle wire that's already attached. I normally add the bow last, but this wreath is pretty slim or almost kind of puny, so I wanted something with a little more substance to start out with before I start adding in my florals, if that makes sense. So for this particular wreath, I was going for an entirely different look. I wanted to fill in the bottom, about 2/3 of the wreath, and just leave the top of the wreath form showing. So I started out with the bow, and then I added in the faux ivy, and then I built up the sides from there using the pretty florals that I had picked up, and I think it's going to be so pretty for spring. If you're new to my channel, I share a lot of budget-friendly DIY home and lifestyle content, and if you like that sort of thing, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps my channel out. And if you're new here, I would love it if you hit subscribe and hung around. I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing these projects and a little bit of day in the life, and thanks for watching.